Hello! So it looks like you guys are ready to start writing an introduction today. In 4th grade, you will be responsible for learning to write an essay with several paragraphs. The first part of an essay is the introduction. It is followed by the body paragraphs, and finally the conclusion. So you just finished typing in your body paragraphs, which is where the meat or the most important information of your essay goes. That's the easiest to write, which is why we started with this part first. Now you are ready to move on to the challenging parts, the introduction and the conclusion. Today, we will only focus on the introduction. The introduction of an essay is where you will try to hook your reader in and give him or her a taste of what you'll be writing about. There are typically 3 parts to an introduction. The hook, which is the attention grabber, the background information, which is what links the hook to the thesis statement, and finally, the thesis statement, which is another word or another way to call your thematic sentence. Today, I'm going to walk you through all 3 parts so that you can write your own introduction. So like I just mentioned, the first part of an introduction is the hook. Think of a person who is fishing on a boat. How does he catch a fish? Well, he puts a worm on a hook and waits for the fish to get hooked. You are doing the same thing with your essay. Well, no, not literally, you're not going fishing. You are writing a sentence or 2 that will catch your reader's attention and make him or her want to continue reading the story. You can do that in several ways, and we'll talk about 4 ways you can hook your reader, and then you can choose the one that best fits your essay. The first option is to ask a question. If you're writing about talismans in your medicine bag, you could ask something like, if you had a medicine bag, what talismans would you put in it? What is the best medicine you need to live? Or, did you know I carry a tea bag in my medicine bag? Questions like these will catch your reader's attention and encourage them to keep reading. Another way you can hook your reader is by stating an unusual or shocking fact about your topic. In the case of your medicine bag essay, you could use the article we read in class to include a surprising fact that would grab your audience's attention. A third way would be to use a quote by someone famous that connects to your topic. Since medicine bags are our topic, we want to find some quotes about nature, health, and spirituality. Some examples are, a healthy outside starts from the inside, a quote by Robert Urich. Or, it is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver, by Mahatma Gandhi. If you choose this option, just keep in mind that it is a little more difficult because you do have to connect your quote to your writing. The final option for writing an attention grabber would be to start with a definition. In this case, you could define what a medicine bag is or what talismans are. The next part of an introduction, like I mentioned before, is the background knowledge. In this part, you are connecting your attention grabber to your thesis statement. To do this, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. First, what background information is needed to explain the topic to the reader? Since you are writing about your medicine bag, your audience might not know what a medicine bag is, and so you need to think about how you would help him or her understand what it is, and how Native Americans used it. You can use the article we read in class for this. The next question you would ask yourself is, can you add more information to your grabber statement? For example, define a term or answer a question? If you asked a question in your attention grabber, you could answer it in the background information section to help your reader understand more about your topic. If you wrote a shocking fact, you could define a term or word you used to help your reader become familiar with what you are talking about. If you chose to use a quote, which is the hardest attention grabber to use, then you would need to explain how the quote applies to your topic. Finally, if you defined a term, then you only need to focus on giving your audience a little more information about your medicine bags or talismans. The final part of your introduction is your thesis statement. This tells your reader what your essay is about. To write your thesis statement, you need to fill in the following sentence with your own talismans and their symbols. The talismans I treasure in my medicine bag that help keep me healthy are Talisman 1, which symbolizes blank, Talisman 2, which symbolizes blank, and Talisman 3, which symbolizes blank. So to summarize, there are 3 parts to your introductory paragraph: the attention grabber or hook, the background information, and the thesis statement. Let's see how this looks in an example. For my attention grabber, I'm going to start with a quote, which is one of the more challenging types of attention grabbers to use. I'm going to use the quote, Hippocrates once said, "Natural forces within us are the true healers of disease." For the second part of my introduction, the background information, I need to make sure I connect my attention grabber to my thesis statement. So I would say something like, Native Americans kept medicine bags that contained talismans that they believed would keep them healthy. These talismans were reminders of what was important for them. I have found, as Hippocrates stated, that how you feel on the inside is what keeps people healthy. This is why I chose talismans that will keep me healthy on the inside. As you can see, I'm giving my audience additional information to understand what medicine bags were used for. But I'm also explaining the quote I used, which can be difficult for some writers. Finally, in my thesis statement, I would write something like, the talismans I treasure in my medicine bag and that help keep me healthy are a photo of my grandma, which symbolizes the love for my family, a marker, which symbolizes my creativity, and a tea bag, which symbolizes relaxation. So I kept it short by using one word that shows what each talisman symbolizes. So now that you know the 3 parts of an introductory paragraph, you're ready to start writing your own. Feel free to watch any part of this video again to help you understand what you need to do. If you still have questions after that, then you may ask your teacher. Way to go! Your essay is starting to come along well. Have fun writing!